Lake Spivey Road Race, the 5K course in beautiful Lake Spivey, Georgia.
Narrated by Neil Farmer
and Joe Upshaw. So we're going to start out running along Walt Stevens Road. Both the 15K and the 5K runners will be running together here. This is a slight elevation moving into the beginning of the race.
On our left, we'll have the Foxfire subdivision, and we're still actually in front of the some of the trees that align the park, but there's the Foxfire subdivision on the left.
Not to give away the end of the story, but that's where the 5K runners are going to eventually come out. Here we are passing the Reed Stevens Nature Preserve on our left.
That's a 24-acre park donated to the county by Reed Stevens.
The rumors about the monster that dwells there, totally unsubstantiated.
I'm not so sure. I think I've seen the monster.
We did end up with some extra t-shirts for last year's race. We're passing North Shore there on our right. And, okay, get ready, 5K runners. You're going to turn left right here onto Seven Oaks Drive. But you 15Kers, keep going straight.
All right, so now we're going to be going down, a slight downhill along Seven Oaks Drive.
And you'll notice this route is really a beautiful tree-lined drive. This wasn't filmed at that same time of year, but you can count on beautiful fall foliage lining both sides of the route.
Still on Seven Oaks, going to have the point right here. You've got Dancing Waters on your left. This is where the two-way traffic will start. You'll have runners. The faster runners will probably be on your left, and the slower runners, of course, will be continuing to go up Seven Oaks.
And you faster runners, it is not okay to jeer at the slower runners. Okay, we're coming up to the stop sign, which of course all of you can ignore. I guess this would be a good time to make the point that the whole route will be blocked off and safe. There will be no traffic, so any of the cars that you see in this film, you will not see on the day of the race.
That is correct, Joe. We've had really good participation from the Henry County and Clayton County Police Departments, and we really appreciated that last year, and I'm sure we'll have the same this year.
I'm sure we'll have the same this year. So don't be alarmed if the race seems to just continuously be climbing upward. That's because it is continuously climbing upward.
All right, that was just Players Drive on the left, which was the end of the two-way traffic point. So now you're going to start to go downhill a bit towards Pembroke Terrace.
That's right. And by the way, all this uphill and downhill, you should know that the elevation profiles for both courses are available on the race website at lakespiveyroadrace.org. So here we're entering into the turnaround, which is a big wide cul-de-sac. It's really useful for traffic control. It gives us a good wide area to get the runners turned around and started back up the hill.
You can also find maps of both the 15K and the 5K on our website as well.
That's right. Folks, it's important to remember that you only have to run around that turnaround once. Last year we found some people running in circles, 2-3 days later?
It was very sad, you're right. All right, so we're headed uphill on Pembroke Terrace. Going to be hitting our left-hand turn onto Players Drive in just a moment. It's a pretty steep uphill. Might want to take it easy.
Okay, beautiful Players Drive. I'm told that's the #1 stolen street sign in all of Atlanta.
I do think I've seen a few of those signs in your basement, Joe.
Hey, we're on the air. For the record, I am a bit of a player.
In his own mind. All right, so we're on Players Drive now. It's still one-way traffic for the runners. And Seven Oaks. We're going to take a right onto Seven Oaks, and the two-way traffic starts again. You'll have your slower runners on your left.
And we will have traffic cones down the middle, so it should be clear to everyone, I guess unless you're from England, which side of the road you should be on.
If you are from England, stay to the right.
Yes.
So we're at about the 1.5 point right now, maybe 1.75 miles. Starting to go downhill. Another stop sign coming up.
Okay, and now we're going to turn right. Well, I guess when we get to the next sign, we're going to turn right into the Foxfire neighborhood.
Yes, we'll be on Dancing Waters Drive. And just after we turn on to Dancing Waters is the 2-mile point. It's a nice downhill run there. A little bit of a break for those folks that don't like the hilly course.
Or those folks like me who have not been training. There we go. Mile 2. Yay.
And now we take a right onto Dawn Drive. Nice tree-lined street.
And again, we really pride ourselves on the scenic beauty of our courses. We think they're among the best in Georgia. The 5K, as we said, runs through beautiful tree-lined drives. The 15K winds around 2 huge lakes, almost for the entire route, right, Neil?
That is true. We and both courses are USA Track and Field certified, and we just took a left onto Yale Drive. Very pretty course. There's a little cul-de-sac up ahead, but we're not actually going to go into it. We're going to make a left up here. The road sort of winds to the left. And then we've got a slight downhill, which is a welcome relief.
That's right. We're really headed into the final stretch of the race here. We're getting close. Pretty soon we're going to be exiting Firefox along a beautifully landscaped exit, and we'll be ending up right back onto Walt Stevens Road where we started out.
And up ahead, there we take a right back onto Dancing Waters Drive.
Now, those of you who ran last year should know that this is a brand new 5K course. We're much happier with the flow of this route and the appearance of the route.
Yeah, we changed the course from last year's course to improve traffic flow so that it wouldn't impact the neighbors, and the runners would have less interaction with any vehicles that might and neighbors. Want to make sure we're good citizens. Now we're back on Winston Way and going to the exit of the Foxfire subdivision.
And here we come. We're passing this last little tree-lined, landscaped exit, and we're going to end up right back on the Walt Stevens Road. We passed that just as we started out on the race. We started this point, and when we turn right, the finish line is really going to be in sight.
There it is. You'll see the tree-lined park barrier there, or edge, to the right, and we're almost to the 3-mile point, I would say.
And that is the Clayton County Int'l Park. That's where the Olympic volleyball events were held when the Olympics were here in Atlanta. Popularly, it's known as the beach. And here we go, folks. We're about to go through the tape and into glory.
The finish.
Yay!